So today's video is going to be a bit personal, and yeah, it's a bit talk show time. It's in honor of my dad. So yeah, if you're not really into videos like this, you can just skip this one and look into the next one. G'day guys, today's going to be a very random video. Not really a random video, but just a spur of the moment video. I didn't prepare for this. I was planning to do a better one, prepare a good one with a script, because I never script my videos and I feel so short. That's higher. So yeah, this is just a thing. I planned to make this video way back and I keep on failing. Well, in saying that, like, hold on, let me just try to get my notebook, because I think I just made this video before and I didn't follow through. Okay, now I'm back. I just check on my notebook, but I think I wrote it somewhere. I had to look for it. But yeah, going back, yeah, tomorrow's my dad's birthday. I don't even know how old he is, if he was still living today, but yeah, tomorrow's his birthday. I made this the day before. It's August 26, 2024. And yeah, the thing is, yeah, my dad has been one of my heroes, one of my, I don't know, I'm struggling to say anything, because the thing is, I didn't really prepare for this video. I just want to make this video, and I made some notes. I made some scribbles about it, but in the end, I just didn't finish it, and yeah, it just stayed there, just written. But anyway, yeah, my dad's my hero. My dad's my role model, and in saying that, there are a lot of things that he has done for me, which I was not aware that it was just for my own good. I was just like thinking, well, of course, I was thinking it was for my own good, but the thing is, I didn't put so much importance to it that right now I'm thinking, yeah, he was a legend. He was my dad. Everybody loves my dad. My dad is a person whom you can talk to. Anybody from the family, from my mother's side, from his side, he's the go-to with everyone. He's a very, how do you call this? He's a very, I don't know, he's like the jack of all trades. He can be this person. He can be a fun person. He can be a serious person. He can also be the best DIY person ever. I mean, like, he's a jack of all trades. I really am impressed with him. And yeah, it's like, I never get to, it's really tough for me to say this video right now, because I never really was able to tell him how much I love him, how much I appreciate him. And since I was the middle child, I was the prodigal son, because I'm also the only son. I've been wasting the opportunity to be thankful of what he has done for me, and I didn't vocalize it much. I just, yeah, I go out with him, I spend time with him, but I never really got to tell him. So that's the reason for this video. I just want to tell him. I just want to tell my dad that yeah, he was my hero. He taught me a lot. He taught me some things that I thought I would not really appreciate until now. He told me how to. He taught me how to handle things around the house. He taught me how to fix the car, which is although the cars now are very new, but which is very handy now. He made me very handy. At the age of 12, I reckon, was it 12? He called me out. I was at home. I'm a kid. I go out, just have fun, try to play around, whatever, and do whatever. And since I was young, he since I was young, I was this thin, lanky kid, and in order for me to like gain weight, we had this thing that you need to drink beer to get fat. So he taught me how to drink beer, and it's the bitter one, the one called cerveza negra, and yeah, I kind of enjoyed it. He even told me to put Coke on it, and yeah, like just imagine your dad is asking you to drink beer while you're still young, and you don't even like beer then. Yeah, he got me to drinking beer. It's not a bad thing because I was not. I was just drinking it, and I was just like thinking if I drink it, I'm gonna go fat. But yeah, got used to the bitter taste. And then at the age of 12, he called me out. He said, "Gil, come, let's go out." So we went to outside of our house. We have this round, I don't know, landscape garden. Like, how do you call this? I forgot to call it terrace. I don't know. We have this round thing which has somewhat like a fern in the middle, and then there's Bermuda grass on the side. We sat there, and my dad told me that you are 12 years old. You're old now. And like, oh shit, I'm old. I was feeling that. And then he told me that sooner or later you will be the man of the house. You'll take care of your sister. You'll take care of your mom. You'll have your own family. You'll take care of your family. You're gonna be a good head of the head of the house. He asked me if yeah, let's get something to drink, and we started drinking. I think we got beer. Yeah, I think we got beer. So me and my dad were drinking beer outside, and we were just talking. And he told me that I'm 6 years old. I'm grade 6 now. Was it grade 6? I think it was grade 6. I'm really, I'm just pulling things out. And he drank with me. He talked to me. Like, not like yeah, at first he talked to me as a dad, as somebody who is someone that I can look up to. And then in the middle of the talk, we just talk about random things. And it came to a point that he talked to me like a brother. He was like on my level. And he was so cool. We drank, we talk, we just talk about things, point at things in the house, just sat there. And we had a lot of drinks, and yeah, he got drunk. He slept on the grass where we were sitting, and I was not drunk. I feel so like, yeah, I think I'm capable. I think I'm there, because the thing is, I didn't get drunk. He did get drunk. So yeah, that was one memory I had with him. And I didn't know that was the time he told me that you are already old enough, and you should start living your life. You should be responsible with your life. You should take things seriously, and you should start being mature. And for me, that time, I was a kid. I couldn't read between the lines. I thought it was like, yeah, you're grown up. You can drink now. You can go out with your friends and get drunk. And that was a stupid me. And thinking about it, I kind of miss the moment to thank him for that. Like telling me that it's time for me to be more responsible and to take on life seriously, and to make my best life's choices. So after that, I misinterpreted it, and then I move on. We moved on, and I grew up. I went to college, which is uni here in Australia. I was drinking. I was a capable drinker because he told me how. He taught me young. He taught me well. He told me that whatever happens, if you get drunk, always make sure you go home. No matter what happens, go home. So all those years, I've been drinking with my friends I couldn't just go out. I could just if I could just go home, I'm good. And during that time, I was thinking, my dad is so strict. Why doesn't he let me go out? My dad is so, I don't know. I was like, I wasn't thinking he was also worrying about me. So yeah, I was out with my friends and I have to get home before 5 or 6 a.m. So I can go home 5:59 and I'm still good. But I need to go home. I didn't know he was telling me that no matter what happens, no matter where you go, always, always go home. Always look back and go home. Don't stray. Don't go somewhere else that you don't belong. Always go home. He taught me a lot. He taught me how to fix a car. Like, yeah, as a kid, you just want to play around. You just want to, like, I don't know. We didn't have much computers then. We just play with mud. I did eat mud, but I play with mud. I do a lot of things. I do like, there's little things you do. We call it kuti kuti, and I was enjoying it. I was. And then he calls me and he tells me, or I'm watching TV. I do watch TV or listen to the radio. He calls me and tells me, Kel, come here, help me. He calls me out to like fix a car. Like when we had the Jeep, that old Jeep that from his brother, we tried to straighten the wheels. We tried to align the wheels, and he taught me that. We tried to put a string on both wheels. I have to hold it, and he has to check, and he has to adjust. And thinking about it now, as a grown-up, I can't be bothered doing that. And he did that with a car. He's really so handy. And he was imparting it to me. He taught me how to do that. And that was amazing. I didn't really know how impactful that was. And I appreciate him for that. Thank you, Dad. He asked me to go out and check out the car, like the Volkswagen he bought another Volkswagen, which was a yellow Beetle. And I was growing up then. I was like in high school, or I think college or high school, somewhere there. So he asks me to like check on the engine and try to make it run smoothly, like adjust, let's say, tune the engine. So we just either rotate the carb to have the timing on. We try to like put more fuel or put more air. So those were the basics with regards to fixing the car. And he's not a mechanic. He's my dad. He's the coolest dad. And he was trying to impart it to me. During that time, I was a kid, and I was annoyed because the thing is, I'm watching TV and he asked me to do this, and it's so tiring. I think it's pointless. I don't need this now. And when I've grown up, I know how to fix this car. This is a new car. I'm shit at it. I know how to fix it. I know how to fix other cars. If the car's carburetors, I know a bit. I can't fix everything, but I know a bit. And I couldn't grasp how good he was with regards to fixing the car, because there was no Google then. There was no, like, go to the internet, just search for it. There were no directly available books. He just had this book from Reader's Digest, a book about the car. And as I was reading it, it's just so plain. I think I want to buy that book again. I want to see that book again. But he learned it. He tried to know how the car works. He tried to figure out how to align the wheels. He bought tools. He did all these. And he was imparting it to me. And I was getting it. And the thing is, it's already in my blood, in my yeah, it's normal to me. Like when there's something wrong with the car, I don't know really what's wrong with it, but I have an idea on how to fix it. Or I can try. I can do some household fixings and everything else. So I appreciate him for that. Thank you, Dad. One of the biggest impact he has in my life. Okay, I just had to adjust the camera anyway. Okay, let's just go with that. Okay, so one of the things, one of the biggest impact he has with my life is with photography. Surprisingly, that's photography. While I was young, he used to be the life of the party. Whenever there's a party, whenever there's like a gathering, he's there, and he's everyone's dad. Everybody loves him. He gets drunk sometimes. He tries not to, but sometimes he gets drunk, and he's still a fun person there. He dances, and he can't even dance. I can't even dance, and yeah, I can't do that. He brings a camera. He brings the film camera, which is like he has a few film cameras, and he does take a lot of pictures. And I see him during our parties. I'm with my cousins. I'm with our aunties and uncles. He brings the camera, and he takes photos of everyone. He gathers everyone and takes photos of them. I can't even forget when he has that tripod. Like, how hard it is. You have to bring a tripod. I do photography and videography for a living, but it's his hobby. He just brings that tripod, sets up the tripod, tells everybody to sit around, set it on timer 10 seconds, and he runs there and takes the photo. And that's a film camera. That's not a DSLR. I mean, that's not a digital camera where after taking a photo, you check on it. What he does is he takes a photo, and he's confident that he got it. And he took good photos. For someone who didn't study photography, who did not read a lot of books about, I don't know if he did read books, but I don't think so. He just learned it. I don't know how he did it. He learned it. I was looking at him, and he was my hero. Like, I want to try that. I want to take photos. I want to capture moments like these. I want to be this person at a party, and like, I want to be like my dad. So yeah, I started taking photos, and I started getting the camera and taking film photos. But it's very expensive to shoot film. If you want to learn photography, then it's gonna cost you a lot. If you're not gonna have a DSLR, you're still gonna pay for their developing, and developing is not enough. You need to have it printed, and every print it would cost you. It would really cost you. So yeah, it's not easy being a photographer then. And if you have learned it on the get-go, and you're good, you can just take photos of weddings, and then you could earn a lot. It's really costly. A lens before, it's like shit, loads of money. Like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so he did good photos, and I just wanted to do it. And then later on, he started having me take the photo. He started giving me the camera and take photos of this, and he lets me do it. I even got the camera and just bought a film. I didn't know. I bought a film, or I used his film and take photos of people, and I was like enjoying it. I loved it. I love documenting. I love what he did. I love how he did it. I don't know. I just can't contain myself. So yeah, I started doing photos, and then the digital age came. I had digital cameras, and now I'm doing photos. I'm doing photography with editing. I'm not the best, I think, but I'm good. I'm good. I owe it to my dad. I'm doing videos now. Like that, we're doing videos now. But anyway, yeah. So it's just amazing what he told me and what he imparted to me, and I didn't get to tell him. Yeah. Thanks, Dad. Happy birthday. And yeah, although a lot of people is going to think that drinking is bad for your health, and your dad should tell you that. No. He taught me well, and he taught me how to be responsible. He taught me a lot of things. He taught me how to drive. And I mean, I love driving cars now. I can drive for ages if I don't fall asleep. I can drive for 9 hours, and that's fine with me. And my dad taught me that. I thank him for that. One of the things he didn't teach me, which was very, very much important to him, was, his hobby, his other hobby, which was fighting cocks. So, not cocks, fighting cocks, like chickens, roosters. You have them fight. He has this knives for the chickens, and like he has a lot of chickens at home. He takes care of them, gives them medicine. He trains them. He makes them the best chickens there are for fighting. They're gladiators. They're the best chickens. He writes them down. He writes what are the color of the chickens. I know they have this thing with regards to like how the moon is falling and what chicken you should use, which color, which I don't know. It has this notes, and even the eggs. He tries to mate chickens, and then when the eggs come out, he documents them. These are the eggs from that chicken and that one, and then this is gonna hatch, and this should be good chickens. Like I don't know how he, I don't know. He just uses a notebook. He writes them down, and he learns them. There's no books for this before. He just tries to learn. He just tries his best to learn them, and he nails it. But it's brutal, like chickens fight. If you have it, if I'm gonna talk about it, that I'm doing it these days, it's gonna be like so cruel. But then it was just a sport. It was a pastime for him, and at the same time, it's gambling. He didn't want me to gamble. Because the thing is, you have to have your chicken, your rooster fight another rooster, and if it wins, you get money, and you get to keep the dead enemy's rooster. So it's so cruel. It's so, and also you win. It's gambling. So he didn't want me to do that. He kept on doing it until his death. It was his thing. It was his favorite thing. It was his hobby. I don't know. It was something he wanted to do, and he didn't teach me. He could have just taught me, and then whenever he goes there, I could have helped him, bring the chickens for him, train the chickens for him, work those chickens out. But he didn't, because the thing is, he thinks that it's gambling. It's bad for me, and it's addiction. He's addicted to doing it. And for the best that he didn't teach me that, and I appreciate that. Like, I have a pet chicken from the group. I mean yeah. I had a pet chicken, and I feed it nearly like 3 times a day or 4 times a day. Whenever I can remember, whenever I miss the chicken, I'm just gonna bring food there. But he never taught me how to handle it, how to gamble with it. So I treated the chicken as my pet. I took care of that chicken. I enjoyed it, but I was into cockfighting. And I want to thank him for that, because if he did, I would have been addicted. I would have been gambling with that. I would have bought a lot of things, and I don't know what's gonna happen to me if I learn that. But every time he did that, he just goes. He's so down to earth. He does it, and he tells everyone who asks him about it. It's just a hobby. It's not bad. It's his coping, and I respect him for that. He goes out, fights the chicken, comes home with a win. He takes care of the chicken when he goes home. Like the wounded ones, he tries to like stitch the wounds, puts medicine on them, takes care of them. So he thinks that those fighters are also the ones he needs to take care of. And he goes to us, his family. He brings food, brings ice cream, shares whatever he wants. So yeah, it was more of he's coping, and it was also making him happy because he could provide us with the prizes he won, and he was good at it. And for those times wherein during the fight, the chickens like there's a tie, like both of them die, so you have to bring your own dead chicken home. Or if he has a chicken that won, but when he got home it died, he's not gonna cook that chicken. Usually you cook the enemy's chicken, and yeah, whatever. If it dies, you just cook it. It's still a meal. He doesn't. He respects his chicken, like and his rooster. He respects it. He digs a hole and gives it a proper burial. It's like those chickens are his fighters, and if they die after the fight and he still has the body, or if it wins and it still died, he's not gonna cook it. He's gonna respect the chicken and give it a good burial. Like for any other people, they would like, my chicken just died. Let's just cook it because it's still meat. It's still good, but he respects it. That's how righteous my dad is, and that's how I respect him. I was just a middle child, a prodigal son, and I feel bad. Anyway, it's a lot to talk right now. Anyway, bottom line is like, I have a lot of memories of my dad. I should do more about these talks. But I have a lot of memories about my dad, and I'd like to thank him for being the best dad. At the same time, I failed to tell him that I appreciate him, but I'm going to tell him now that I appreciate him, and I miss him so much. And I tried to be strong, Dad, but I think I'm not. So I need your help. I miss you. Miss you so much. Happy birthday.